Today's sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens.
Sold
out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Austin Eckler.
8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The gun, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. These may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
26 more yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dobbins. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This time, Jackson will throw it. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Say it again.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the Ravens' 15-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend.
Yo, man, come on, yo. Come on. Both of them shits can't be fucking open, yo. What the fuck?
Down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24.
Bro, I checked one post, the other post wide open. Like, come on. How the fuck do you check that route?
49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second down and 8. Jackson from the shotgun.
Ooh, what a fucking interception, Chris Harris.
It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 43-yard.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Yo, how did this nigga get past 3 fucking people?
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So
Yo, what is wrong with this fucking game, man? This nigga just got past 3 people, bro.
fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Around 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Oh my God, Lamar Jackson keep trucking my niggas and getting these first downs.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but
this nigga Lamar Jackson is not fumbling.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Damn.
The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shit, they got a bunch of... Nah, they got some fast niggas.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Herbert off of play action. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. They'll look to set up his blockers. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 56 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Chargers.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yo, bro, this fucking run is just destroying me, man. This shit is trash, man.
And off he goes.
The damn strong shit, man.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 81 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
That nigga just scored on that run play again.
Increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and Allen's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Open man is Galladay, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
To the air again, Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down.
Yo, this run play scored a fucking game, bro.
Inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I don't even know what it is. That shit is destroying. He ran it 3 times, got 2 touchdowns.
1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point.
Damn, boy, I lost a 1 run play. I suck, yo.
fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
Herbert throwing again. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Number 81.
Mike Williams, 28 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, my God, man.
Improvise and get the first. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
At the 37-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
This nigga just broke 2 fucking... Oh, he fumbled. Yes, thank you. Bitch ass nigga breaking all them tackles. He ain't do that. That ain't no real fumble, though, I don't think.
The 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing?
This nigga fullback just broke 2 tackles to win the game, bro.
Hold on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
2nd and 6.
Another run here with Dobbins. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this
game, man. My team can't stop the run to save their fucking life. This sorry ass nigga.
Just one shot.
I just got my ass whipped, bro. I couldn't stop that damn run play.
And we all
these niggas just scored on me again with it.
Record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here.
Sheesh, that's tough, yo. These niggas just played bad on me.
This will make it into the end zone. They had no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Herbert's pass.
Who the fuck traded this nigga Isaiah Simmons? I know that nigga ain't even in the league no more.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand.
Was to not just